Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Photo Finds. This episode is for January 20th, 2015. I'm your host, Nick Russo. Thank you so much for stopping by this week. Today, we are briefly going to stop by Epcot, and I mean very, very briefly, to show you just a couple of pictures from Innoventions. This is the Test the Limits Lab. It's been closed for a couple weeks now, since January 6th, I believe. This is where you could go and do those experiments where you could crash some objects into panes of glass and just test the durability of certain items. But there are construction walls around that area now because it has closed. I don't think there's any word yet of what is going to be taking its place. I don't know exactly what's going to be there. There's some rumors floating around, but nothing really worth speculating too much on, I don't believe. Alright, and now we are heading over to the Animal Kingdom Lodge for another one of our resort tours because I know everybody loves those and I love doing them myself. So, the Animal Kingdom Lodge, this is my first time actually going to this resort, and it is my new favorite resort, hands down. I know that's probably cliche to say at this point because a lot of people love it, but oh well, to each their own. Now we're in the Kidani Village. This is one of the lobbies. This is not the main lobby, but I started over here thinking it was the main lobby. Like I said, first time there. It's the Kidani Village, and this is the lobby. There's a lot of detail. Now, I can't show you all of the detail because this is a short show, but some of the light fixtures, and this is the seating area. This little lobby in itself is magnificent, but wait until we get to the main one. And just looking all around, this is the check-in area and the concierge, also where you can buy your tickets. A lot of African memorabilia and items all around, handcrafted items, beautiful lamps. And then they have an African arts and crafts section over here where they have some cast members talking about what they have on display. Some of the, I'll call them totem poles. I know that's not the technical name for these pieces of art here. They are gorgeous though, and some more lighting fixtures. I think those light up at night. And everything is kind of tied together with some thick rope in a hut fashion. I really love these lamps here with these tusks and the wicker lampshade. Savanna is the restaurant that's over here at the Kidani Village. We'll take a quick look inside. There's the dining room and a look up at the bar. Now, right outside, this is your view from the Kidani Village out to the Sahara, or one of the Saharas. I believe that's what they call it, where all the animals are located. And you can take a walk out onto the decks that they have over here to get a better view. And over here is where you can get a pretty good view of the giraffes. And they have giraffes all around. Various animals span different areas of the Sahara over here. Now we are in the main lobby. Over here, this is called the Jambo House. It is gigantic, but about half of it was under construction. I think they were just doing some work to the floor, restaining it or something like that. Look up at some of the balconies here. They have some animals carved into it. Like I said, you just really have to stop and appreciate the detail that goes into this resort. It is absolutely phenomenal, and it's the reason why it's my new favorite resort. Some of the carving on those coffee tables and the artwork on the carpets, the area rugs, even on the end tables. I mean, no area goes untouched and unthemed. It is absolutely magnificent, and I'm going to stop blabbering and melting about it because I'm sure you'll be sick of that. Who am I kidding? I'm not going to stop blabbering about it. Some more of these African artifacts are all around, and this is probably one of the biggest check-in areas I've seen in any Disney resort. This is huge because it's a huge resort, so they need a lot of uh, cast members up at this desk. Now, I'm sorry for the dark pictures. I boosted up my settings pretty high to get the brightest images I could, but it's a rather dark resort, and that doesn't take away from it. If anything, it adds to it. Now we're heading down over to the dining area of the resort where you'll find the Victoria Falls Bar. It's up on the second level, not quite up on the third, but not quite on the first, so right in the middle in its own little area. And this restaurant here is their kind of buffet style restaurant. Just taking a look up at some of the details. And the name of that restaurant is Boma. And again, it's where you can eat kind of buffet family style. There's the look at the sign. Right across from Boma is their other restaurant. This is kind of the upper class, or not upper class, but more upscale restaurant. I'm sorry. And the name of that restaurant is Jico. They do have a dress code, so they want men to wear khakis and slacks, and women to wear dresses and skirts. So you can't just go in there in flip flops. And again, that is Jico, or the cooking place. Heading back out to the main lobby, this is just some of the work that they have going on the floor. So you can see where that construction fence breaks the lobby in half. This side of it has a lighter stain on the floor, the other half has a darker stain. So that's all they're doing over here. Nothing too crazy, but that does take away from some of the walking space and kind of adds a little bit of crowd to the lobby. Heading out here to the Savanna, I was calling it the Sahara. They have different savannas all around the resort. So this is one of the main savannas out here where you can get the most views all around. And a lot of different animals. I don't know what these animals are called right here, but they have some rock formations out here too that you can walk through and get all kinds of different views, take your photos, and you can also talk to cast members out here in this area about the animals, and they're very well informed. You can see one right there talking to some of those folks. I'm not going to even try my hand at animal knowledge. I'll just show you the pretty pictures of these pretty animals, and I won't try to inform you much about them because that's not my place. I think these are wildebeests. All right, that's my one shot, and if I embarrassed myself, I'm sorry, but I think those are wildebeests. They had some donkeys out here, and heading back into the main lobby, this is Zawadi, the Zawadi Marketplace, and it's a very large store. It's the main store at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and they have all kinds of African merchandise that you can buy. They have some drums and some other items we'll take a look at in a second. I really liked this back panel here of the checkout counter. This picture doesn't really do it justice because the lighting on this lighting element is really, really neat. It looks like the African sunset with that Lion King Mufasa there. And it really is reminiscent of the Lion King stage show that you can see on Broadway. I think it was probably inspired by that. Or the other way around, who knows? But anyway, some African artwork and some resort-specific merchandise. Not all resorts have this. I recently only learned that the only resort-specific merchandise you can get is at the deluxe resorts. You can't get it at the moderate resorts or the value resorts. So Animal Kingdom Lodge is a deluxe resort, so they do have resort-specific merchandise like mugs, hats, and t-shirts, and those are available in that store. And before we leave, heading out to the pool area, I definitely wanted to show you that. It's surprisingly one of the least themed areas of the resort. It's a very generic pool. They have a poolside bar out here that is kind of themed. And then also right by the pool is where you can find their flamingo area. They do some interactive experiences out here with the flamingos. I know I saw that on one of the schedules around. Some more animals out here. And another savanna is poolside. That's where those animals are, of course. And also, right on poolside is where the Mara is. And this is a quick service restaurant, not heavily themed. It's just where you can go in and get some burgers, pizza, sandwiches, something like that, just to get as you're hanging out by the pool. And that is going to do it for our very quick tour around Animal Kingdom Lodge. You have to see this place, guys. If you haven't been over here, I'm in love with this resort. I'm going to go back soon, and I'm going to eat at Sanaa or one of the other restaurants. But that's going to do it for us this week for Photo Finds for January 20th, 2015. I'm Nick Russo, and until next week, have fun, guys. Bye.